Yo, how's it going everybody? Kanix here, back with another video after, oh, wow. Yeah, it's been a little while. Anyways, I've been vibing with this new show that's been coming out called Invincible. And let me tell you, if you haven't seen that shit already, you gotta get into it and watch it right now. The show's so good. But I'm not here to fanboy on the show or anything. I'm here to clown on this, specific individual. ComicDrake. Now, I kind of liked a few of his videos in the past. He's done some cool ones, I guess, but this newest one is kind of iffy for me, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like he doesn't entirely understand things clearly. So I'm gonna talk about that. We're gonna skip ahead in the video a bit, because, well, nothing really important is at the start.
Where the vile stuff from the new fandom is being directed is at Debbie Grayson and Mark's girlfriend, Amber. Obviously, the elephant in the room is that her race was changed in the animated series, which frankly isn't a huge deal because her ethnicity isn't a major character point in either series.
Okay, Drake, good job! I actually agree with you on this one. I don't really see the big deal with Amber's skin color being changed for the show. In fact, many people agree with me. Now I'm sure, like, later in the video, Drake's lame ass is probably gonna be like, oh, they don't like her because she's black and she's a woman. No, bro, people don't like Amber because she's a terrible character. Okay, she's written to be annoying, she's written to be a bitch. Do you expect me to, like that? No, I don't. Just because she's black and a woman, that doesn't mean she's gonna get a pass.
In the comics, Mark and Amber end up breaking up because Mark is constantly not available since he's out superhero-winging, and because he seemingly ditched her to save himself during the attack of the Reanimen. But when Mark revealed his identity as Invincible, Amber instantly forgave him, despite him being a really shitty boyfriend. Maybe it's just me, but I think that the reworked Amber is a much more compelling character all around.
Oh man, here we go.
And frankly, I think that her new attitude leads to much more interesting conflict and character dynamics. I think that it's great that she figured out that Mark was a superhero, and that the show explored the emotional impact of her knowing that her boyfriend didn't trust her enough with his secrets. While lots of people online have demonized Amber for being selfish since she's upset for not being more of a priority in Mark's life, I really enjoyed the scene of him more or less only revealing his secret identity as a get-out-of-jail-free card for their fight, and Amber just seeing right through it and not taking any of his shit.
The girl was constantly stood up and lied to, so forgive me if I think that being frustrated is a perfectly normal way to react to that.
Whoa, wait a minute, wait a fucking minute. These people demonizing Amber for being a selfish bitch are absolutely right in doing so, because she is. According to her, she knew about Mark's identity for a while now. Therefore, she was able to piece together why he was disappearing all the time. In episode 6, Mark, Amber, and William all take a trip to this university, when out of nowhere this weird cyborg-looking creature starts wreaking havoc on the place, right? Mark, being the hero he is, saved the day by donning his costume and beating the cyborg thing. Amber, being the way she is, bitched and moaned at the fact that Mark wasn't there. If she knew about Mark's identity, then why the fuck is she crying like some self-absorbed bitch and humiliating him in front of all these people? In front of his friends? Why is she doing that? I know why. Because she's a fucking bitch.
I mean, look, not everybody is emotionally built for being in a relationship with a superhero, and that is totally fine.
She knew exactly what she was doing the entire time. Like, she knew what was going on. She could have went up to Mark and told him she knew about his secret identity. She chose not to in order to add more drama in her life. To be honest, I think we all saw the red flags the moment Mark's best friend William told him that Amber enjoys fourth wave feminism. Of all waves. Like, come on now.
With a lot of the conversation I've seen online regarding Amber, the bulk of it seems to be coming less from a place of disliking her character and motivations, and more just because she's a woman and a person of color.
Oh, alright. Here you go. I think we all expected this type of comment to be thrown in here like this, especially by a guy that looks like that. I mean, I don't know about any of you guys, but I wouldn't consider the bulk of Amber's criticism being that she's a black woman. That's just an easy scapegoat to cling to in order to distract from the fact that the actual bulk of people just find her character to be majorly flawed. So, like, let's not pull that racist and sexist, worn-out excuse for Amber being a bad character, okay, bro? I'm sorry that people don't like your character, okay? It's okay. It's okay. It really is. It's not racist. They don't dislike her because she's black or a woman. They just don't like how she is. She acts like a bitch. I'm sorry, bro. It's okay. It's okay.
Which is why it's not that surprising that the other character these folks are generally being shitty about is Debbie Grayson. Although Debbie was always a great mother to Mark, she definitely became a better character as the comic went on, becoming a pretty integral part of the series. And like I said earlier, Debbie in the show was given a lot more depth and agency as a character, which was combined with her now being the emotional core of the series.
Okay, now this is another thing by Drake that I can actually agree on. Debbie is actually a much more interesting character now, and her little subplot where she was just being like suspicious of Nolan was just perfect. Out of the entire cast of characters in the show, I'd say she's up there in the top 5 so far.
Reminding Mark about his humanity at the beginning of the season, and was the driving force in giving Nolan his humanity. See, for as violent and bloody as Invincible gets, it's a series with a lot of heart. I cannot count the number of times that I have gotten shocked reactions from people when I say this, but Invincible is an extremely heartwarming series. Even as
Dude, just shut the fuck up and get on with it, bro. Come on.
And while in the original comic I read his comment about her being a pet to him as cold and heartless, you can really tell in the show, thanks to J.K. Simmonson's incredible voice work, that Omni-Man is seriously trying to convince himself that he doesn't care, even though he truly does deep down. This is an extremely powerful moment in the series, and it's pretty fucked up that the takeaway for a large portion of the new fandom is to just call Debbie a pet whenever she comes up in conversation.
I don't think he really understands the fact that people were making this reference in order to poke fun of what went down in that episode. It was intense, and that line was cold, stern, and shocking. So, like, of course people are going to comment that in regards to Debbie. It was a big turning point in the story. I mean, I don't see why you're crying about this right now.
Like, Jesus Christ, when the Invincible social media accounts posted photos of her for Mother's Day, the comments were flooded with dozens of dudes, and let me make that clear, it was pretty much only dudes, spouting the same unoriginal, "Oh, you mean pet day, right?"
Yeah, you see, I just didn't really see the point in that comment. It was pretty much only dudes? Okay, bro, okay. Now let's just take a quick look at Drake, okay? Okay. Uh-huh. I see. It's all starting to add up now. Somebody give this man some coochie. Please, please, he needs it. Please, somebody? Anyone? Please spare a crumb of coochie, ma'am.
It's like Full Metal Alchemist fans. They only have one joke, and they will take every opportunity to post Nina Tucker in any situation.
I didn't quite get the reference since I haven't watched that show. But my god, man, listen to what he says next. Listen.
I don't know, dude. Maybe I'm just a sensitive little SJW libtard snowflake.
Okay, bro. So now he's calling himself names, bro. You made him sad. You guys made him sad. But I mean, you said it, not me.
But this whole thing just feels gross. Especially when you take a wholesome Mother's Day post and turn it into this. Even going so far as to post bondage fetish art of Debbie in the comments that I absolutely cannot show here for the sake of demonetization.
Alright, bro, let's not pretend for a second that your nasty ass wasn't beating your crooked meat to those pics, man. I mean, look at you! Look at you! I know exactly the type of shit you're into, man. Let's not kid ourselves here. Let's not lie to ourselves here.
It also sucks that this stuff is getting spouted about a genuinely great character that helped save the world through nothing but the power of motherhood and empathy. She's Mark's moral compass, and this stuff seems like it's being fired off by dudes that brag about how they love dark humor, but when they go to tell a joke, it's not dark humor, it's just like racism or homophobia.
You tell them, Drake, you tell them. They are all racist and homophobic if they even mention the fact that Debbie was called a pet by Omni-Man. Let's be real here. You are doing God's work by calling them out. Thank you, Drake.
And hey, I get the defense of, it's just a joke, or it's just a fictional character, calm down. But I can also understand that there are women that have been in abusive relationships that have had their dignity taken away be justifiably triggered by seeing Debbie treated like this, and it being legitimately painful that this particular joke has become a meme within the community. Plus, it's also a little iffy with the submissive Asian woman stereotype, and, you know, the whole historical context of problematic relationships that come from American military bases
Following the Vietnam and Korean Wars that specifically make this particular pet joke a bit more yikesy in comparison.
Oh my god, bro. You need to go outside. Like, go outside, throw a football or something, touch some grass, something, man. Anything at all. I can tell you haven't left your house in weeks and your mother misses you, and just by looking at you, I know you smell like cheese. I know exactly what you smell like. Please go outside. It's not healthy to be in all day. So from here on out, guys, there's going to be spoilers from the comics, so just be prepared for that. Essentially, what happens is that Anissa, a Viltrumite, forced herself onto Mark, and then Mark later has to deal with the emotional burden that comes with the aftermath of that. I know it's dark, and it's something that's probably going to break the internet for a while.
This is a really tough moment in the series and has serious mental impacts on Mark as a character. He absolutely did not want it, and he blames himself for not forcing her off, even though he was physically stronger, as if some part of him secretly wanted it to happen. When posting about this scene on Twitter, I already had to deal with a gross discussion with a dude about how female on male assault isn't real, despite the fact that, you know, it definitely is.
I definitely agree with Drake here. As much as I clown on him for being so fucking lame, he has a point. Female to male assault is definitely real, and I respect him for acknowledging such. I would honestly hope nobody would be playing light of a situation like that. But if it would be anyone, I think we all know the group of people to do so. So be ready for that.
But hey, those are just my thoughts as a longtime fan. And if how things have been going on Twitter were any indication, the comment section of this video is going to be an absolute shit show. Just please try to be kind.
No, Drake. On Twitter, you actually have people who are more educated than you on certain topics and are willing to debate you. In fact, I believe you deleted your tweet where you spoiled the story for everyone under the comments of the official Invincible account. So thanks for that. Your comments are going to be fine. No one outside your fans really watch your videos anyway. You get good views. But let's be real here. You ain't that special, bro. Like, people on Twitter make worse takes than you do every day. I mean, I'm only making this so I can get back into making videos. Which brings me to my next point. What would you guys like me to make a video on next? I'm just trying to have some fun with things, and I'd love to talk about anything. Summer is coming up, so I have a lot of free time now. Also, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and all that other stuff to help me grow. I'd really appreciate it. And like I said, if you have any ideas for me to make a video on, please put that in the comments or message me or something. I'd really appreciate it. You guys have a good day. Goodbye.